So in response to my video about OPEC flooding the market and crashing the oil markets, that's coming Monday, by the way, this person says, don't forget Russia. Their economy is not sustainable with low oil prices. This is how the USSR folded. Then why is Russia doing this? Then why is Russia flooding the market and crashing oil prices, if that's the case? You see, people don't realize that these oil production increases are coming from OPEC Plus, and Russia's the largest member of OPEC Plus, and they are literally doing this with Saudi Arabia. They are fully agreeable to this. They want to do this. And do you know why Russia wants to do this? Donald Trump came out a while back and said, if you lower the oil prices, you bankrupt Russia, the war ends. And that complete lie was spread by a bunch of people, Republicans and Democrats alike. I saw several Democrats and left-leaning people on this app repeating that lie. Of course, they're people that have no knowledge of the oil and gas industry or how any of this works. Why they're repeating something Donald Trump says, I have no idea. But I came out immediately and said, that's not a thing. Russia will be fine with low oil prices. And I'm the only person that said that. It was me against the world. And now Russia themselves are lowering oil prices. Why do you think they're doing that? Because they'll be fine. Because they will be perfectly fine. And by the way, there was like 50 things that happened that brought down the USSR. It wasn't just low oil prices. That is not what folded the... That is, no. Go read what folded the USSR. No, OPEC, Russia, OPEC Plus, Saudi Arabia, they smell blood in the water. They smell the weakness of the American economy. They smell the weakness in the U.S. oil and gas industry that has been created by Donald Trump. And now is their time to regain market share. The U.S. oil and gas industry has been taking market share from OPEC nations for nearly 10 years. Over 10 years, actually. And every time OPEC has done this in the past, it's a battle to regain that market share. They want that market share back that we took from them, and now they're coming after it. And they will bankrupt as many U.S. oil and gas companies as possible to achieve that. And Donald Trump will completely allow them to do that. Our oil and gas industry is about to go through a major transition, a major change. And what I mean is it's going to shrink. And from a perspective of OPEC, it's perfect timing. We're nearing peak oil demand. And we're in the find out stage. This is where nations go to battle for market share. And it's not even really going to be a battle. They're going to hit us. We're going to hit the floor. It's going to be over. Because our corporations cannot compete with nation states. They simply can't. And they are done allowing us to have market share for peace and prosperity, whatever. They're done with all of that. They want their market share. And they're going to get it. Thanks.